here on Thursday night. Today is the 23rd of January, 2020. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully the sound is okay. I'm not using my mic tonight because the Mac is not detecting it. I know why it's not detecting it. I just don't know how to fix it without a YouTube video or Google. I used my computer for some audio stuff yesterday and I switched a bunch of settings and I can't remember how to switch the settings back. So I'm using an internal mic. It may sound a little off or a little weird. Give me a thumbs up if the audio sounds at least tolerable for tonight. Otherwise, we're here. We'll make it work, right? I'll go get something else if I need to. Hey, CC, how you doing? And we're going to talk about profitable items on eBay. We're going to talk about the reason that I got blown up with slow e-stores all week long, last week and this week, all that good stuff. Sounds great, so we'll go with it. Thank you for telling me that, Mike Oliver. Appreciate that. And look, there's no secret on eBay. There's no secret to Amazon. I'm going to teach you guys and show you guys something right now that's going to blow your minds. It's going to make you rethink your entire business. Sorry, that sound issue. I need a beer. A little hollow, but fine. Okay. I'll try to scoot it up closer to me a little bit. Hopefully that will help a little bit with the sound issues. I apologize ahead of time because, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, let's roll on with it. Let me show you guys what we're going to talk about tonight and why. Look, looks like we're having all kinds of issues tonight. I don't know if that was my end or their end or what that was, but I apologize. Just randomly cut out. Sorry. Are we back? Go ahead and refresh your feed, and we'll start again. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. We good? Are we good? We good? We back up? Give it a second. We good? Kind of back. Adam says kind of back. We're good? Unfrozen. All right. Whew. No idea. Apparently tonight's not my night. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Last time you logged into eBay or Amazon, or if you log into eBay or Amazon right now, not your Amazon seller account, your regular Amazon buying account, what do you notice about the main pages on eBay and Amazon when you log into the websites or the apps? What is it that you notice is the same between those two websites as far as what you see on the main page? And by main page, I mean that opening page where they try to grab your attention and say, shop with us, buy stuff, show me the hot stuff, show me what's going on today. What do you notice about those pages that are the same? And I don't mean the website page. I mean, what's on the page? What do you notice about those that are the same? And see in the chat, let's see how many people can hit on what I am talking about on these main pages. And so then this is going to lead me into why you are not making the kind of money that you think you should be making. Hot sellers, Mara Boehner, she's on the right track. Hot sellers, right? Right. Yeah. We're close. What else do we see? What is it? This lesson right here is going to teach you everything you need to know about selling on eBay and Amazon right off the top, and it probably goes over to Etsy and Poshmark as well. I don't pay too much attention. Not the color. I'm not talking about the specifics, the actual website build. I'm just talking about what's on it, featuring the hot items, item sell. Yeah. Okay. So, hey Elizabeth, how are you? Here's what I'm going to give to you guys as your lesson for the day. That's going to teach you everything you need to know about selling. Predictable structure, shopping trends. Yes. Okay. Super premium items from Adam. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. So let me go ahead and flip over my camera. Okay. And we have the main page of eBay, right? Let's go ahead and pause it. Okay. Oh my God. I'm just clicking all kinds of stuff. Okay. Maybe. Why am I so bad at the internet? Okay. There's our main page of eBay. Let's go ahead and pause it, right? What do we have right there, right? We have tops, jeans, dresses, besides the stuff that you search for, right? We have the trend, but let's look at let's go ahead and play this. Look at what the next thing is that comes by, right? Look at that. On the main page of eBay, right? The main page of eBay is Rolexes. Does everybody notice Rolexes? How many people are going on eBay shopping for Rolexes right now, right? How many people? Right? Not very many people, if I had to guess. What do we have here? Oh, that's PayPal credit. Let's keep going. What do we have there? Make big money, sell what's hot, right? Okay, let's go ahead and click on, let's go to the next one. Okay, tops, jeans, we know that, right? Okay, when we click through this stuff and we scroll down even some more, let's go down to past all this stuff. The road to the Super Bowl. Today's deals with free shipping, right? Okay. Oh, God, I'm so bad at eBay. Today's, today's deals with free shipping. Award season, trending on eBay. Featured sales and events. Let's go ahead and click on featured sales and events, right? What do we notice about featured sales and events, right? Look, tech. What is dead center, top of the line? Tech, PlayStations, iPads. Look at the fashion, Rolexes, top shoes, right? Tools. Okay, let's go over to Amazon. What do we see? Oh, look at that. What do we see at the beginning of Amazon's website? What is it right at the top? Bargain tech. Get cozy with space heaters. Okay. Budget-friendly gifts. Okay. Unique products. What does most of this stuff have in common? Look, modernize your home. Find cool tech gifts. Oh, look, vacation ready. Vacation. What? Vacation? It's winter. What the heck are they talking about? Anyways, let's go up here to modernize your home. Right? Maybe. Man, nothing in my house is loading. It is driving me insane. Look at this. It's all tech stuff for the most part. Every other item is a piece of electronic. Look, electronic. Not so much electronics. Electronics. Okay, so hopefully with my lacking internet here, I've made my point. When you go on these sites, besides the stuff that you search for, it's electronics, it's tech, it's a little bit of tools, it's a lot of hard goods. Besides the brand new Beyonce Adidas shoes and LeBron James Nikes and Champion's brand new line of NASA sweaters, there's no used clothes on the main shopping pages. There's no books on the front of Amazon. How many books did you see on the front of Amazon? Just a question. Anybody? Hands? Because I'm going to tell you how many. You didn't see any. What is it that causes these things to sell faster than anything else and the rest of it not to sell? It's because these websites push technology, they push electronics, they push categories and items that people are looking for and what they want. You can build a business on books. You can build a business on clothes. You can build a business on shoes. But unless you have the newest, hottest, high end of all of those, your items are going to sit. You can list hundreds of pieces of clothes and sell 1 a week, 2 a week, 3 a week. People that have 1,000 pieces of clothes and sell like 5 a day, right? There's so many of you sitting in this chat right now who have 1,000 listings and sell a couple a day. I have a guy in this chat right now who has 300 listings and sells 30 or 40 items a day at 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 price points. Okay? There's people in my group right now watching this video who have those price points. I'm not saying you have to sell $1,500 iPads like that. What I'm saying is you have to start selling what people want, and they want electronics. They want tech. Even old electronics are more popular with higher sell-through rates than your used clothing and your used shoes. It's just a fact. There are clothing that sell fast. If you've got a closet full of Burberry shirts, chances are you're going to sell them really fast. But if you are spending time day after day after day listing Hollister t-shirts, your store is only going to grow so fast. You only have so much time in a day, and it takes thousands of items. Wouldn't you rather just buy routers and modems? Many of you are going to say, okay, great. I don't know what to buy. Well, you got to learn. You got to research. Or I don't know where to get this stuff. Again, there are places to get this merchandise, right? It's not just electronics. Don't get me wrong. That's what people want. Tools do really, really well. They sell quickly. Tools sell amazingly well. Jewelry is another category that does particularly well as far as sell-through rates and quickness goes. There are other categories, Bath and Body Works, scrub sprays. There are certain niches carved out in other categories that do just as well. Car parts do fantastically well. Out of print, out of date, vintage perfumes, colognes, body washes, they do really well. There are so many things. Sunglasses do really, really well. And so that is what you guys, bicycle parts sell really quick. Yeah. Plus sizes sell typically well. Hey, Primetime, what's up, Dominic? There are a ton of things. You've got to get out of this tunnel visioned, like I'm going to sell shoes and clothes and I'm just going to keep listing the same items, thousands of pieces at a time. There are clothing sellers that only have 300 or 400 listings that sell 10 grand a month. I can show them to you because I do so many store reviews and I look at people's closets and I learn other people's closets. I can click on a seller, and as long as they're not deleting their solds, which most don't because they don't just listen to whatever they see on the internet, they have 400 active listings. I go to their eBay, I bring it up. They have 400 active listings. They sell 2,000. In fact, I'm going to prove it to you guys right now that it's not just about how many listings you have. Let me go. Look, I'm going to pull this up right now. You guys are going to lose your minds when you see this. And a lot of you are going to know who this is. And I think she'll be okay if I bring this up. But let me bring up this store for you, because a lot of you have, if you want to sell clothing, that's fine. I recommend that you mix in other stuff, but you got to sell the right clothing, right? Okay, let me show you this store. Let me just give you guys a little example of how hard you don't have to work. Can you guys see how many listings are active in that store? It's all clothing, okay? It's 588 listings, 588, which is not all that much active, right? It's all clothing. Clothing and the occasional odd item, which I don't even know what it is. Some shoes, but mostly clothing, ties, all sort of stuff, right? Top rated seller means free returns, free shipping, running a sale, doing all of the things that you should be doing. How many items in 90 days do you think this seller, it's a her, has sold, right? We would expect her to have sold what, 3 or 4 per day on 588. So her 90-day total should be 300 items, right? 300 items, what most people would be used to, right? Wait till you see her sold count for 90 days on 588. 588 items. God, my internet is not loading. Might just be the iPad. I don't know, right? And she deletes some of her listings, mind you. Look at her sell-through rate. She is selling in 90 days 624 items in 90 days. So 624, she actually probably sold more than that. Divided by 90 is 7 items a day, right at 7 when you add in the few that she's deleted. She's selling 7 a day with only 580. She actually normally sells more than that. I'm surprised to see that low. It's usually 10 a day. But 624 items, let's just say she sold about 640 items, times her average sale price is probably about 22 bucks. She's done 15,000 in 90 days. She's doing 5 to 6 grand a month with only 588 items. There's some of you in this chat with thousands of items that don't do that in a year. I don't know literally, but you get my point, right? It's all about working smarter, not harder, right? 588 items, and she sold 624, which means she's listed in 90 days. She's had up almost 1,200 items, and she's sold over half of them. How many of you can say you turned your inventory that quickly, right? I know somebody in this chat who has, and they may not be in the chat right now, but they're in the group, they watch me usually, who has about 200 items at any given time and sells 200 or 300 a month because it's electronics, right? That's what it is. Hey, Mr. Buys a Lot, how you doing? Welcome in, Brian. The point of the chat is sell what people want. Sell items. Stop selling items that only 10 have sold in the last 90 days. Stop selling items that you look up and there's 3,000 active and only 5 a day are selling. Stop selling what people don't want. Stop. It's junk. Start selling better stuff. Otherwise, you're going to keep seeing the same sales numbers over and over and over again. I wish I had another example of somebody who has a ridiculous sell-through rate, which I'm sure I could pull up. But there are people with insane sell-through rates, 500, 600, 700 items with 1,000 sold, 1,200, 1,500 sold items. It's just fact. If you sell what people want, you will sell. Let me give you a perfect example. You could list 50 pieces of clothes right now, instantly, like boom, boom, boom. Maybe you'd sell 1 or 2 pieces before the end of the night, right? If I put up the Apple Watch right now to sell it, I would have offers or sold on this before this live show is over, period. It's what people want. It's the hottest thing in their market. Now, you may not be able to get something, as crazy expensive and hot as this, but there are thousands of items you can sell with better sell-through rates. Tons of items, war medals and patches and things and belt buckles. And there's so many things that just sell way, way faster than clothes and shoes. If that's what you love and that's what you want to build around, please get clothes and shoes and sell them, but sell the right ones. Sell the ones that people want. Okay. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. iWatch, Fitbits. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Questions to me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Do not fall in love with your inventory. Another great point, if it is just sitting around, make sure that you get rid of the inventory. I think I forgot to promote my live show. Usually I have like 200 or 300 people. But yeah, if you hit the like button, I do really appreciate that. Sell what people want. What do people want? God, I have 100 videos about it. I put it out on Amazon just the other day. I put it out on YouTube the other day. I put it out on Instagram the other day. I put everything out that you would want. If you need help, if you think you want to just grab the package with all of the bundle of bolos, it's below. It has all these hard goods in it that you should be selling. If you just want to go and watch all of my YouTube videos, please watch them all and figure out what you should be selling, because there's a ton of stuff. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. I'm here, like this live show is just me preaching to you. You have to sell different items. If you just put this on repeat over and over and over again, you have to sell different stuff. Different stuff. Manage your listings, keep track of them, make sure you know what's selling and what's not selling. But at the same time, make sure you're selling what people want. If you've got items that are sitting in your store for 6 months and a year, you've got to sell different stuff. So what I want people to do is just kind of comment down below or put in the chat, don't give away your sources, don't give up your niches. But if you have just some ideas of some things people can start taking a look for and really diversify their store, please share what you feel like sharing. You don't have to share everything, but give people an idea of like things, because a lot of people don't know where to start. They don't know where to go. We'll see you, Jamie. Thank you. Appreciate that. Older, discounted, but old stock. Stop being in love with your inventory. Stop selling what you think is cute and what you want, and start selling what people want. Stop selling junk. Stop selling it. Like when you go, what's a good one? Let me show you guys one that I constantly get offers on. I haven't sold it because people are being cheap on it, but it's getting a ton of activity. Let me just show you. And I've had it for a couple months, but it's not because it's not a good item. It's simply because people are being cheap on it. Maybe I'm being too greedy on it. I could have sold it 3 times already, 4 times. But let me show you guys examples of what is different and what you should be selling as opposed to a plain Jane. Stop buying those plain blue Nike t-shirts. Like, stop. Yes, it'll sell, but man, no, it doesn't hurt your store to stop your old listings. It actually helps. Hard goods, Pyrex is good. Man, my iPad, I think something's up with our internet tonight. It has to be, because our internet is just loading so slowly. Good grief. Everything I'm clicking is just taking like 10 minutes to load. It's driving me nuts. Literally, I just clicked on my active listings to sort it by highest price. And as soon as it pops up, I want to help as many people as I can to just learn new hard goods, learn new things to sell, electronics, all that stuff that you got to get off of this thing of selling what you like and start selling what people like. Okay, so, you know, obviously name brand stuff. If you've got a pair of True Religion jeans, well, that is something that people are going to want, right? Of course. So let me show you both of these shirts get a ton. All 3 of these shirts, actually I've got 3 of these shirts that get a ton of views. They get a ton of activity, and it's because they're different. They're unique, right? So check this shirt out, right? You guys may recognize this shirt. It's the dogs playing poker. I've got it up for $42.99, and I keep getting offers like non-stop. I keep getting 20, 25, 30. I paid $4 for this shirt. $4 I paid for this. So anything I sell it at definitely will be profitable, but I'm trying to get as much as I can out of it, right? So that's one of them. Let me show you guys this one. This is a Mallorca men's Western Village shirt. It's so unique. Again, I've got it up for $34.39. I paid like $4 for it. Let me show you guys the third one. This is Bit and Brittle, and this shirt is a Texas Hold'em poker shirt. Again, that one's up for $34.39. I keep getting offers on these shirts. Now, this one doesn't have a lot of page views because I just renewed it, right? December 4th, so it renewed on January 4th. So it's been up for a couple weeks. This Mallorca one, probably 93 views, right? Which is decent. Look at the men's Dragonfly poker shirt, 125 views since January 4th. So these 3 shirts together have, 300 views almost, and I keep getting offers, and they'll sell. And so if you have stuff that has activity, like, that's great. But you got these things, go back and look. Stop selling junk. You'll figure it out. I would rock that shirt, Dogs and Poker. It's all mine. Yeah, I would rock it too. Vintage beer signs, beer taps. There's so many things. I have the whole list of them below. It's part of that package. If you haven't got it, man, there's so many of them. Gnome Frog, Dave and Bill just sold a vintage tobacco pipe. Sold one for $70. Part things out. Video games, systems. Again, sunglasses do well. Glasses and lenses do well. There's 100 things. I mean, we could sit here and name Bluetooth speakers, headphones, webcams, microphones that are not working properly because we don't know why, because we changed our settings. Oops. Tablets, it doesn't have to be the newest, greatest iPad. It can be a Samsung 10.1 tablet from 5 years ago that may only sell for $100, $120, used, but it's a nice 10-inch tablet, and you might be able to pick it up off somebody on Facebook Marketplace for 40 or 50 bucks and flip it for 110, 120. Stop living on $20 items and start living on $50 items, $60, $70, $80. Somebody had Harley Davidson boots. Pick up those Harley vests, those Harley boots. Pick up work boots that are worth $60, $80, $100. Pick up stuff that's worth money. Work smarter, not harder. That's scrapbooking stuff works. It is smart to end items and revise them to attract new buyers. Yes, that will help you as well. Move that old stuff out of your store and into the sold column, hopefully. Okay, I just wanted to preach to you guys that you've got to start selling new stuff. Tomorrow, tonight, start looking up different stuff. Stop walking in a thrift store and going right for the clothing aisle. Start going over to the hard goods. Start looking through routers, through modems, through things that you don't know about. Spend more money on more items. Yeah, stop being worried about keeping your cost at $1 or $2 per item. That's a great way to build up a lot of inventory. Once you get the hang of it and you get going and you learn and you want to sell volume if you have time, but start spending $10 and $15 and $20 on a pair of cowboy boots that are worth $80 and $90. Start spending $40 and $50 on a nice Michael Kors, purse that you might be able to sell for $90 and $100. Start spending, investing, and selling more higher end stuff, computer boards, all that kind of stuff. There's so many things you should be selling that you guys are not selling. And unless you up your game, unless you buy more expensive items and you sell more expensive items, you're going to stay right where you are. If it's not working, you have to fix it, right? You can't just keep doing what you're doing. Vacuum bags. Colleen just said, don't be afraid to spend it. She spent $25 on boots at a consignment shop that sold for $165 in 2 days. Many of you would never dream of spending $25 on something. If you do the research and you see the solds, spend the money, take the risk. Scared money doesn't make money, right? You have to spend it to make it. Scared money doesn't make money. There's no such thing as plain Jane. No, I get you. Get out of your comfort zone. There's so many things to spend money on. I spent $1,600 on remotes, but that wasn't because I was trying to spend $16 to make $160. That's because I was spending $1,600 on so much inventory. It was a deal I couldn't turn down. I don't necessarily want to sell 3,000 pieces of anything, but there was so much, 50 cents cost that I'm selling for nets of $10 that I only had to sell 160 of them out of 3,000 to get my money back. So that is a conscious makes sense. When you're buying stuff one at a time, spending 50 cents or $1 or $2 on an item, and you're buying them, 20 here, 10 here, 30 there, that takes a long time. If you can get it all in one big pallet and get it sent in, or one big purchase where you buy 200, 300, 500 items, then yeah, by all means do that, because you've cut out that sourcing time. So now you have more time to spend on those $10, $15, $20 items. My average remote sale is like $16 or $17. My average after fees and shipping, $3 labels, $3 in fees, it's right around $10, and we paid 50 cents. So we're making like $9.50 to $10 per remote. So that's perfectly fine. It took 160, 170 remotes to get the money back, which is what we did, and now we're profitable. Spend 15 on a cookie jar, sold for 160. You just need to get better at sourcing. Yeah, make sure you're not overpaying. Don't overpay for luxury items or things like that. Somebody I know actually had a Porsche, which, be very careful with Porsche, but they had a Porsche stealing a steering wheel out of, a 911 or something from like the 2000s. I don't know if it was a wrecked car or somebody just took it out and put an aftermarket one in and they got it. I think they paid $20 or $30 for the steering wheel. It sold on eBay for $199, and it sold in like a week, right? $30 into $199. I mean, look at that. That means they made what, a $200, $170 less fees and shipping. They made like $120, $130. And if you're selling clothes making $10, $15, it's going to take you 10, 15 items to get that money, right? I mean, come on. Do the math, right? Scale vertically, not horizontally. I wish we had more variety, but living in a rural area. Julianne, rural areas are fine. You can find amazing stuff. You have to think outside of the box. Stop shopping at thrift stores. Start sourcing at the places I put in my webinar. It's part of the package. That webinar is fantastic. It's an amazing way to source. That's part of why I help you guys. It's not just guides to say, like, here's some items, buy these. I show you where to get them, right? How to source them outside of thrift stores. There's estate sales and garage sales and yard sales, and we all know about that stuff, but there's so many other ways to get merchandise. Marketplaces, local, there's ads, making your own stuff, there's buyouts, there's so many places to get stuff. Wholesale online sign up. Okay, so with that said, are there any questions I can help anyone with? It is Thursday, so it is your chance to answer or ask some questions. I'll take a few, and then I have to get to work. I have a lot of stuff that I'm way behind on. On your inventory sheets, why are you not keeping track of sales tax that was collected by eBay and etc.? I am. And so with the change, it's a great question by Layla. Yeah, golf clubs are hot too as well, especially Arizona, Florida, California. So what happens is the sales tax is going to be part of the total gross sale. So when you put in your gross sale, if you sold an item for $20, your gross sale should actually say $21. Let's just say they charged $1 for sales tax, whatever that number is, just making that up. But you would put 21 in the gross sale. You absolutely need to have either another column to total the sales tax, or you can pull the sales tax amount out of your PayPal report. So there is a way to pull it. Or again, I download my eBay invoices and I'm able to get the amount off of the eBay invoices. So either way you want to do it, eBay or PayPal, as long as you're downloading them monthly or whatever. At the end of the day, you could in your spreadsheet keep a column. Now I do my stuff in QuickBooks, so there's not really a place to put like insert a sales tax deduction. I could do it under a credit, I guess, but really it's not necessary. The best way to grow a YouTube channel. My question is, what size is the dog poker shirt? The dog poker shirt is a large. I think the measurements are in the listing too. Growing YouTube channel takes 3 ways. There's 3 secrets that are not secrets, but they're absolutely, like, they sound cliche, but they're the best way. One is good content. You have to put out good content first before you turn into the YouTube like personality. You have to just put out helpful content. The second way, and it's sharing all the videos in the world, all the organic searching in the world. You're getting in front of hundreds of people or maybe thousands of people. If you can get other people to help you to share, and how do you find other people? Somebody shouts out somebody and you go check them out. That is the quickest way. There's no 2 ways about it. Collaboration, sharing, and cross promoting between influencers, whether it's Instagram or YouTube. That is the fastest way. If you can get somebody to say, hey, go check out Casey, boom, you're going to get followers that quick. There's no faster way, period. The third way is, besides having good content, besides somebody sharing that content, the third way is like giveaways and contests and marketing and just, 101 advertising. The content is simply you have to have that to do the rest. Without good content, there's no point in having people shout you out or doing a contest or nothing. So that is definitely step 1. But 2 and 3, they're not secrets, but they are secrets. You want to grow a YouTube channel, get somebody to shout you out and run some contests and giveaways and whatnot, where the purpose of the giveaways is to go subscribe and follow. That's how you'll build it. But if you don't have the good content to go with it, those people are just going to follow you and leave. You have to keep them. There's actually a guy on Instagram who drives me insane. All he does is pay these like 20 accounts every week. He just sends them money because they have 100,000 subscribers each, and all they do is just keep shouting them out and shouting them out, and all he's doing is just building his followership, but none of his followers are actually following him or give 2 craps what he says, and they just keep doing it. And I think his point is just to get to a huge following, because once you have a huge number, you can basically just do what you want, essentially. I don't know. Did eBay change to collect sales tax in all 50 states yet? No, there are still some states they're not collecting from. I don't know which ones they are off the top of my head. I'd have to look through it. Does eBay pay the taxes it collects automatically to the IRS or the state? Chris, it is state sales tax. That money goes to the state, not the IRS. Correct. eBay deposits the entire amount into your PayPal and then withdraws it. Correct. There's probably, Colleen's right, it's probably about 35 or 40 of them currently. If I'm seeing a 1% sell-through rate per day with about 300 listings, so I expect to see the same 1%. NC Fire, great question that goes along with what we just talked about. If you're selling items that you have 300 and you're selling 3 per day, depending on the quality and the type of items, it should continue. You should be able to do 2 or 3% if you're selling the right items. If you have electronics, it could be 10% a day. Followers don't equal money. That's right. You got to have the right followers engaged. Just because you gain a bunch of followers doesn't mean they care what you are saying or doing. So don't worry about growing your audience that big unless you have good content to keep them and have them interested. Trust me, it doesn't mean a thing. No YouTuber gets paid off of subscribers. I know a guy with 1 million subs that doesn't make a single dime, and I know people with 10,000 subs that are making $2 and $3 grand a month. So subs mean nothing. Trust me, subs mean nothing. Followers can equal money. They can, but not generally. In your overall experience thrifting, what are some of the most important things to say about reselling from them? Quality items. The 3 most important tips I would give to anyone who's out thrifting is always inspect your merchandise. Part of buying quality merchandise is buying quality merchandise that isn't broken, stained, damaged, etc. So always inspect your goods. Always triple, double, quadruple check your pricing. Don't just guess if you're not sure. If you know an item, by all means, but prices do change. So keep an eye on the prices. If you don't know something, don't guess because you think it looks expensive. Again, just because you think it's nice doesn't mean other people think it's nice. That's the second one. And the third one is never, ever tunnel vision to just one thing. It's great to niche, but it's also knowing that you have to, at least in this business, you have to look for a lot of different things because you may not always be able to find enough remote controls or enough iPads or enough neckties to support your whole business. You're going to have to have a diversification of items. What happened to eBay switching to Adyen? They did over a year ago. Adyen is who's processing their payments through managed payments right now. About 50% of sellers are already over on it, and the rest of them got emails today actually about a March 3rd changeover. Some of us didn't, so we'll see. Can I add all my monthly cost of goods sold in one number instead of individual? Also leftover inventory from the month to one number, though I bought all separate. You definitely want to consult a CPA on that question. I'm not 100% sure I understand what you're saying. I think I do, where you want a zero cost inventory. You can, but you're probably better off doing cost of goods average. Has Poshmark hurt eBay sales? In the clothing category and shoes category, absolutely Poshmark has taken customers, which is why you have to diversify as well. You know, Poshmark doing $1 billion in sales, that's a huge hit to eBay. eBay does, I want to say, what, 10 billion or 11 billion a year? So you're talking about Posh is doing 10% of eBay sales, and they only have clothing and shoes up until now, where they just added home goods and stuff. So they did only clothing and shoes and did 10% of eBay's gross revenue for an annual gross revenue number. So for sure, 100%. Yeah, I mean, if you're in my VIP group or got the package, you have access to our accountability sheet. Email me or message me if you're not on it. People sticking to that sheet are definitely upping their output and their production 100-fold. It's linked below. You own everything for a lifetime, and you get a year in the group, in the private group. It will more than pay for that $20.20 1,000 times over. I will help you make sure you get your sales to where it is. And you can always sit down and do a one-on-one call with me if you add that on. First modem to sell, besides plugging it in, is there anything else I should know about selling, or is this too vague? Laura, a little bit vague, but modems, essentially you want to plug them in and make sure they all light up. That's half the battle, 3/4 of the battle. You know, really you should detect, you know, if it's a router or modem, if it picks up the network. You might have to have an Ethernet cable to plug it into your Ethernet, but that's how you could test it. Poshmark's going to raise their shipping again. Yes, absolutely. How many boxes do you store? I don't know. We don't use a ton of boxes. We ship a lot of envelope stuff, bubble envelopes and polys. We have hundreds of those. Our boxes, we keep, you know, some small, some mediums and larges. We keep some regional A and Bs, and we keep some normal shoebox and regular. I mean, we probably have 100 or 150 boxes in the closet. Some plain browns, just a little bit of mix of everything. We don't really sell a lot of big stuff, so we don't keep that. Julianne, I appreciate that. Thank you. I hear more Goodwill ads than anything. Good. Yeah, I don't hear my TV gets a lot of Poshmark TV commercials. I don't see very many eBay at all. During Christmas, I saw a few, but not since, and I didn't see any before Christmas. Really, it was just December, but I see Poshmark around the clock. I was at like Buffalo Wild Wings or something, and we saw a Poshmark ad out at the bar eating and drinking, and we saw a Poshmark ad come across a sports channel. So they're really, really pushing the Poshmark platform on mainstream advertising big. I wouldn't be surprised if they have an ad during the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to spend, you know, the main ad in the Super Bowl can be $3 to $5 million. One of the smaller ads is still going to run you $5,000 to $1 million. It's a lot of money to spend on one commercial, but they may do it. You never know. Macari ads are rolling out more. I've seen a couple Macari ads, not many here, but a couple. Should I be worried about the managed payment change? I haven't looked into it yet. I don't know what it means exactly. You shouldn't be worried about it, but there are some pros and cons. Essentially, your money will go to eBay and it'll hold an account, and then you can transfer it to your bank account every day. It's just like having a PayPal account, except now it's called managed payments. It goes here, and just like you would transfer your money from PayPal to your bank, you'll transfer it from managed payments to your bank. The only difference is there's no debit card, and they can't do global shipping. Also, there's no working capital, and the money may or may not hit any faster than PayPal versus normal transfers from PayPal. There's no instant transfer like PayPal has. So a couple of differences. I prefer PayPal right now. Hulu's been running Poshmark commercials. I watch a lot of Hulu. I haven't seen that. ThreadUp is accepting more clothes too. Maybe worth sending, not moving into. Yeah, there's a lot of competition in the clothing market. So this is why I'm telling you guys, expand your vision, expand your knowledge. Buy electronics, buy name brand clothes, shoes only, the best of the best. Sell remote controls of some kind. Sell keyboards of some kind. Sell accessories, electronics, sell light kits, sell tools, sell car parts, sell something that's going to cause your store to spike up, right? Okay, Halloween electronics still selling. There you go. I mean, you electronics sell. Fees on the managed payments are similar to PayPal. It's like 2.9%, and they're charging, I think, 25 cents, so it's like 5 cents less. There are some exceptions to that, though, depending on how the buyer pays. So you can Google all this. If you are a seller, you should already know this. Toys, yeah, Vic's Village Toys. Fees on managed payment has been talked about in videos. It's been discussed. It's on the Google. It's on the seller update. You really got to keep up with eBay seller updates or with videos here on YouTube. I know it sounds cliche and it probably sounds like a douchebag comment, but if you're selling on eBay and you take it any bit serious, even part-time or full-time, these are things that you have to keep up with, the seller updates and YouTube videos. I know people are like, I don't need to watch YouTube, but you know what? If you're not keeping up with the seller updates, then yeah, maybe you should watch YouTube. Power adapters, jewelry is good. There's so many things. So PayPal's been a nightmare for you. I love PayPal. And I saw the comment about if you have a working capital and you change to managed payment, PayPal can call the whole loan in due. I believe that's correct. They can, so be careful of that. Mohammed, it all depends. 20% I think is too low after all of your costs. I work from 40 to 50%, so I think 20% is low, but if you're selling it quick, who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of people that go to junkyards and pull parts. In fact, there's one Shine Award winner, Spencer, who I'm friends with, Spencer Applin. He actually brings the cars into his little office warehouse space, and they break the cars down and they part out all these cars. They buy them at auctions for like $500, and then they start pulling the radios out, and they pull the door handles off, and they pull out the muffler tips, and all the parts that are good. These are like smashed up front end cars, but the back end, the taillights, and the muffler tip and the back, everything is all good, and they get $3,000 or $4,000 worth of parts out of it. He does like 80 to 100 grand a month last time I heard. So if it's not showing, Mark, just refresh it. Yeah, PayPal treats me awesome. I've been on there for 10, 11 years as well. So 2008, 2009, something like that. I run all of my normal non-eBay transactions through PayPal. It's safe. If I sell on Instagram or Facebook, when I sell products like the one below to you guys on PayPal, it all goes, or through SendOut, it all goes through PayPal. It's just the safest way to do it. They protect you as long as you can prove it. Really, really love PayPal and never had a problem with them. How is Alibaba? It's the same. Nothing's really changed. I'm sure the prices have moved up a little bit. I'm sure it hurts with the tariff, but Alibaba, just, a place to source stuff from China. You just have to check the price, check the shipping, and then really move it. Private label is tough. It takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of advertising. So good question, but it hasn't moved too much, not too much. So rockstarflipper@gmail.com for questions, concerns, comments. My 2020 package is below. You get access to everything for life and a year in the VIP group. That's 125 plus videos, 3 webinars, 11 guides, and accounting spreadsheets, buying template spreadsheets, social media how-to, Instagram, Facebook, eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, the whole shebang, everything below. Okay. So I'll take one more question and then I'm gonna head out of here. It's 10 of 10, so it's time for me to roll out. I'll get my audio fixed too. I don't know what I did with the settings. It was a mistake. I was I was trying to do something complicated and I knew I was gonna mess up the settings. I forgot about them. Then I logged in to do the live show. I'm like, crap, what was that setting? I'll figure it out though. It's gonna take a few minutes, but I'll figure it out. I have a question. We sold nothing, well, barely nothing over Christmas. We sold 3,000 so far in January and like 200 over Christmas. Any thoughts? Without looking at the store, I don't know. Email me and I'll take a look at it. And we'll see. We'll see. Aurora Styles is late, but I know you messaged about your thing and you were sick, so I'll excuse it this time. Thank you, Adam, for linking that. Yeah, Adam, just put it in the chat if you want it. Otherwise, I'm going to roll out. Mark, email me a link to an active item. I'll take a quick look. Otherwise, also part of that package is store reviews. If you just want a store review for $9, you can hit me up, email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I'll send you the link and look over your store. But really, just get the best bang for your buck. 2020, it comes with the store review, the VIP, the networking, everything. You'll thank me later, and I will help you not only make the $20.20 back in the first month that we work together, but also make you hundreds, if not thousands more the rest of the year. So, okay. Anyways, it's the end. That's it. Thank you, Adam, for adminning. Megan was here. Jamie was here. All my admins who were in the chat, thank you for the questions. Thanks for joining me, guys, on a Thursday. I have a fantastic, amazing guest next Thursday. Make sure you are here. Bookmark my channel. Subscribe. Next Thursday, we have a guest. I can't wait. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you'll be excited. Trust me, trust me, trust me. In fact, I might have more than one guest. That's a clue. That's a hint. Anyways, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.